Hi, it's Amber, and I'm going to be talking about how much of a joke my life is. Monday, I hung out with my friend Matt Seiler, and that day was pretty much good, except for we made cookies. I didn't know it was possible for two people to fail so badly. He was uploading videos on his computer with his little camcorder thing, and it was beeping a lot. So when I kept hearing the beeping from the stove, I thought, oh, well, that must be his camera. It's not the stove. Psh. But the other problem is that his stove is completely retarded, apparently. His stove gets too hot, I think. So, we were supposed to bake the cookies for 10 to 15 minutes, and we picked 10 because his stove is so much hotter and crap. We also set it 30 degrees cooler because his stove gets apparently like 30 degrees hotter. Anyway, so we're sitting at his kitchen table and we're just chilling out, talking. He's telling a story, and I keep hearing the beeping, but I keep thinking that it's his camcorder, and he apparently kept hearing the beeping, but he just didn't understand why his stove was beeping. So eventually we both realized, oh, it's because the cookies are done. So we run over there, and they're burnt, of course. But we had like 6 more from the package that didn't fit on the cookie sheet, so we're like, okay, well, we're not going to screw this up. So we set it for 8 minutes, and as soon as it beeps, we run over there, and they didn't look burnt, but once we ate them, they tasted the exact same. So we managed to take precautions and have them bake for 2 minutes less, and yet they still tasted like burnt cookie. Tuesday, I was supposed to drive out and visit my cousin, who is a sophomore in college, and have a nice cousin-to-cousin day, because I rarely see her. So I drive out there and I ring the doorbell and no one answers, so I'm like, well, that's cool, yeah, I love it when that happens. Then I hear her calling my name, so I go around to the driveway and she's standing there, and she's like freaking out because she got in a bike accident, like not a motorcycle, but like a regular bike. Just like freaking out, trying to figure out what to do. So here's the story. She was riding her bike and she's looking down at her iPod because apparently it's a new one and she didn't put much of her new music on it. Crashed into a parked truck. Now it looked pretty bad because she was bleeding a lot. So she really screwed herself over because she was looking at her iPod, and it's kind of like texting and driving, which is totally stupid too. iPodding and bicycling, I guess you'd call it. Instead of getting like 4 hours to spend with my cousin, I was just hanging out in the waiting room in the emergency room place for like 2 hours with her friend and her dad, just reading highlights magazines and trying to spot the hidden item. And we actually had a hard time. You know, I kind of felt offended. Like, here we are, like teenagers, and we're reading like a 5-year-old's magazine, and we couldn't even find the shoe. So we finally got home, and I just hung out with her for like an hour and a half. We ate hummus. It was great hummus, like delicious. Delicious hummus. We decided we were going to drive and give my... She's technically not my aunt, but we call her my aunt anyway, just because we don't want to get into that whole, like, twice removed crap. So we were going to give her tickets for this baseball game, since I can't make it. So we're looking for this other place where I was supposed to have dinner with Mickey Rooney. And I was just all excited for this. I mean, it was supposed to happen today, which is Thursday. And we're driving around looking for the used to be church, now it's a restaurant. And we couldn't find it, so we called the guy and we asked him, oh yeah, where's this church place, 'cause we can't find it. And we were supposed to have dinner with Mickey Rooney. And the guy tells us that Mickey Rooney had scheduling problems, so now it's on Friday. I can't make it Friday because my stupid band has to play at a football game, which is the Friday before school even starts for us, which is really aggravating. And plus it's aggravating that marching band is not optional. But then my dad was talking to the guy, and we're going to this thing on Sunday. Mickey Rooney's just gonna be there and talking about certain things and stuff, so it sounds really cool. The owner of the building was like, oh, you know, find me and I'll make sure that your daughter gets to meet Mickey Rooney and gets to take a picture with him. And I like was freaking out because like Mickey Rooney is my #1 person to meet because he's kind of getting up there in years, so of course he's going to be on top of the list. Wednesday my friend Alyssa came over. All we did was play Mario Party, the first one, on Nintendo 64. Pokemon Stadium Millennium, I think it's called. Pokemon Stadium 2, the one where it's half gold, half silver looking, and we just play the mini games and then free battle each other. She beat me, which is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing for her. I tried this drink, Bawls. My friend said that it's really great and like he's obsessed with it and stuff. I didn't really like it, like the aftertaste. Aggravating, really aggravating. I stopped drinking it for maybe like 5 minutes and then I drank just a little bit and I felt like gagging. Oh, and then we played the Wii. Our Wii community is really funny because we have just like 55 people mixed, and it's combined of like people we hate, people we love, our friends, famous people, and teachers we've had, and they actually look like the person that it resembles. So this video is really long and I'm really sorry because no one really cares what I have to say, but I really like videotaping, so I decided to do it anyway. Yeah, I don't see what was so great about this. Whatever floats your boat. Oh, and today I have to endure the band practice that I was supposed to meet. Miss. That's gonna be great. 3 hours in the rain. It's raining. Sort of. Not really, I guess.